Let us learn authorities of directors. For the management of a company, shareholders appoint directors as their representative. Directors have been assigned various powers so that they can manage the company in a successful and efficient manner. They can use this power for every activity of a company. Here the question arises that how they acquire this power. The answer is through Companies Act, through Memorandum of Association, and through Article of Association, they get the power. It is to be noted specially that no director has any power individually under the Companies Act. All the powers are to be used collectively by Board of Directors. The Board of Directors take decision by passing the resolution through majority. Generally, dispute does not arise among the directors because they are fewer in number. For fundamental decisions, unanimity is necessary. Powers enjoyed by directors. Powers assigned by the Companies Act of Directors by passing resolution. Here the Board of Directors pass a resolution in the meeting and acquires the following powers: to issue and allot shares of the company, to make calls on shareholders in respect to unpaid money, to authorize buyback of securities, to issue debentures and other securities whether in India or outside India, to borrow money on behalf of the company, to invest funds of the company, to declare interim dividend, to determine proportion of dividend on the basis of profit earned by company, to appoint alternate directors and additional directors on temporary basis, to grant loans, to give the guarantee for loan or to provide security for loan, to approve financial statement and report of the board, to expand business of the company, to approve amalgamation, reconstruction or merger, to take over a company or acquire a control on an other company, any other matter which may be prescribed. The Board of Directors has to take consent in general meeting by special resolution for the following functions: to sell or dispose of the whole company or to dispose of extra units of the company, to lease the company, to invest in trust securities, the amount of compensation received by it as a result of any merger or amalgamation, to borrow money from the bank in excess of the aggregate of its paid up share capital and free reserve, to gain time for payment of any debt or write-off debts of a director. Second point is authority acquired by Memorandum of Association. Directors acquire some of their authority through the company's Memorandum of Association. They cannot function beyond this power. If directors act beyond these powers, such acts are considered to be ultra vires. Such acts cannot be rectified even by passing the resolution by all the shareholders unanimously. For such acts, directors are held personally responsible. Third is authority acquired by Articles of Association. To manage a company, there is a provision in the Companies Act regarding Articles of Association. Most of the administrative power of the directors is acquired through the Articles of Association. But if directors act beyond the limits of their power, such acts are considered to be intra vires. Shareholders can free the directors from such liability by rectifying such acts through passing resolution. Any shareholder, not individually but collectively, can regulate the power of directors by passing resolution in general meeting for altering the article of association, increase or decrease the powers of board of directors. Next session we will be learning provisions of the Companies Act for the managing director and the difference between managing director and director.